Well, greetings once again. This is Dr. Bill Bailey, and this is the Chromest Netcast. The Chromest Netcast is about all things Chromey out there. Yes, we have a love of Chromebooks and ChromeOS because, after all, it is Linux-based. So we love it. Yes. So let's look at the latest information from the Chromest blog. The Chromest blog, of course, is located at chromest.com, as it says there on the screen. So check it out. There was an article written by Extreme Tech, and Extreme Tech, the blog, by Joel Hrushka. I hope I got close to your name, Joel. But at any rate, he's saying that Chromebooks have started growing in usage by people who want inexpensive access to the web and the Chrome OS, such that the Windows PCs that are the very low-level, cheap PCs are dying. And he says, as Captain Kirk did, let them die. And I agree with that, because a cheap Windows PC is underpowered, and it won't run Windows well. You need some power to run Windows. So don't try to compete with a Chromebook by making a cheap Windows PC. It's just not worth it. Okay? So I agree with him that we should let them die, as Kirk wanted the Klingons to die. Couldn't resist that. Now, those of you that have watched the earlier couple of versions ago of the Dr. Bill Show know that that particular article was also posted on drbill.tv, drbill.tv, as it says there on the screen. I do a lot of shows, and so sometimes there's some crossover of information, but that's okay. It's the same me that's talking about it, and that's okay. All right? So, new features in Chrome. In the Google blog from February February 2nd, I think it was. Chrome 48 is coming out for Mac, Windows, and Linux. And it includes some new updates. Version 48 of ChromeOS was just released and brings improved download notifications, a material design video player, and other updates in addition to the normal security fixes. So, upgrade your Chrome. How do you do that? By doing nothing. It upgrades itself. That's what we like about Chrome, okay? On a Chromebook, you will see a little arrow in the corner of the screen, which reminds you that you need to reboot after an update, but the update's automatic, so that's good. So, the update gives the video player a material redesign. Fancy way of saying it looks different. If you've ever watched a video in Chrome for Android, you'll find the player identical. Besides a play-pause button, a seek bar, volume controls, and a full-screen button, there are no other controls. If users want a fully featured media, they should download the recently announced VLC for Chrome, which is exactly what you should do. I told you about that, I think, last time, about that it was available. So, good stuff. Now, let's say, just for instance, that you wanted Chrome functionality, but you didn't want to have to log into your Google account every time. Well, if you're using Chrome OS, that's what you got to do. Okay? They want you to log in for various reasons. Not the least of which is they like to track what you're doing, but that's the nature of Chrome. Okay? So, and of Google. But there is another OS. There's several of these. I've told you about several of them before, but there is one now called NayuOS, NayuOS, a free alternative to Chrome OS with no Google login. So for those of you that are very security conscious, you want to be sure that your web surfing is yours alone, then you can install this on your Chromebook in lieu of, or perhaps dual booting with, Chrome OS. Okay? NayuOS is a new operating system built by Nexedi, Nexedi, you figure out how to pronounce it, and aims to provide users with a Chrome OS alternative. Okay? So, It's not stable just yet, okay? It's still kind of in its infancy. But if you want to try it, give it a shot. You can read more about it at this URL right here and check it out, because it is a potential answer for some of you that keep saying, I don't want to have to log into Google every time, because I know what they're doing. They're taking over the world. Actually, it was just announced this past week, I think it was, that Google's parent company that was created called Alphabet now has more revenue than Apple. They passed Apple. Maybe they are taking over the world. Oh well. Anyway, remember, the shiny is right here on the Google. That was a mistake. They really aren't taking over my program. They aren't taking over my program, are they? Anyway, no. The Chromest Netcast. We are not affiliated with Google in any way, and shall not be unless they force me. But they won't, because this is an independent netcast. So, the shiny's right here. Join me next time on the next Chromest Netcast.